Hello everyone, it's Jen from Old Tinker Studio. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to use the graph editor for animation in Blender 2.83. So let's get on with the tutorial. The graph editor allows users to adjust animation curves over time for any animatable property. The main region is where you can view and edit Fcurves. The x-axis of the curve represents time. The y-axis of the curve represents the values of the properties. The small black dots are keyframes, which turn orange when selected. Each keyframe has handles that help determine the value of the curve between the keyframes. You can pan the view by clicking and dragging the middle mouse button. You can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. And you can scale the view with Control and middle mouse button. By using the home key, you can scale the graph editor to only the selected region. In our case, 50 frames. The playhead is the blue vertical line which indicates the current frame. You can change the current frame by holding down the left mouse button and dragging the playhead. You can also change the current frame by changing the frame number in the current frame field. The blue horizontal line is the 2D cursor. In the header, we have various menus and controls for the graph editor. The View menu has all the settings you can choose from to change the various views and options of the graph editor. The Select menu contains all the options for selecting keyframes and Fcurves. The Marker menu has all the settings for adding and editing markers. The Channel menu contains all the settings for the channels. The Key menu has all the settings for adding and modifying keyframes. The Normalize control normalizes the curves so they are set at a minimum value of -1 and a maximum value of 1. This option prevents curves from jumping and moving after you've moved the curve. The Show Only selected control allows you to only include curves related to the selected objects. The Show Hidden control shows curves from objects and bones that are not visible. The Show Only Errors control will only show curves and drivers that are disabled or contain errors. This is useful for debugging. The Create Ghost Curves control creates a snapshot of selected Fcurves as a background aid for the graph editor. And the Filter popover allows you to select various controls. The Pivot Point control allows you to select various controls for the pivot point. The Nearest Frame control is used for time snapping settings. And the Proportional Editing control is used to transform one Fcurve while also transforming nearby Fcurves. The sidebar can be accessed with the End key. Under the View tab, you can turn the 2D cursor on and off. You can also use the cursor X to move the playhead to a specific frame. The cursor Y will move the 2D cursor. The Cursor to Selected control will move the cursor to the midpoint of a selected key. The Modifiers tab allows you to add modifiers to the Fcurves. These modifiers are similar to object modifiers. The Fcurve tab is where you'll find properties for the active Fcurve. We will be delving into Fcurves in the next tutorial. The channels region is where you can select and manage the Fcurves within the graph editor. You can see the objects and their animation data hierarchy as individual headers. Each level can be expanded and collapsed. The pin icon makes the channel always visible, whether or not it is part of the current selection. The eye icon hides and unhides the channels and Fcurves. The wrench or spanner icon allows you to deactivate the Fcurve modifier on the selected curves or the entire channel. The lock icon allows you to lock or unlock a curve or channel so that it can or cannot be modified. If you have audio, you will also see a speaker icon, which allows you to deactivate audio for a curve or channel. There are multiple ways of making channel selections. To select a channel, you can click on the channel with the left mouse button. To select multiple channels, use Shift and your left mouse button. You can select all the channels with A and deselect all the channels with Alt A. You can box select channels by holding down your left mouse button and dragging. To select all the keyframes in the channel, double-click on the channel with your left mouse button. There are also multiple ways to edit channels. To rename a channel, use Control and the left mouse button. To delete a channel, select the channel and use the Delete key. The Tab key allows you to lock and unlock a selected channel. You can get to enable the channel settings popover by using Shift, Control, W. To get to the disable channel setting popover, you use Alt W. To get to the toggle channel setting popover, use Shift W. Under the View menu, you can choose Show Sliders. This allows you to see another column with sliders that allows you to change the value of the current keyframe. If you have any requests for a tutorial or a question about Blender, feel free to leave a comment. If you're interested in learning more about 3D art and animation, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.